Here is the review of Transformers Energon Megatron. Now, this version of Energon Megatron, like you already heard, is the Mega Class version, which is a much smaller, a smaller scale of the Ultra Class version. Because yes, people, there is two versions of Energon Megatron. The one which is the Ultra Class version, which is a much bigger version of this guy, and the one like you see here is the Mega Class version, which is a much smaller version. And I can't remember if this is like either the American version or the Japanese version, because there is two versions of this guy. The one which we got here in America came in a 2-pack with the smaller Energon Optimus with this guy, and also Japan does also have a smaller version of Megatron, but they don't call this version of Megatron. They called him Galvatron. Which looks exactly like this guy, but the only difference is that he just has a different name in Japan. But onto the figure here. As you can see, he is a pretty cool looking jet here. I really like how it looks all around. Oh, and one more thing about Galvatron, which this guy was named in Japan. When we get to robot mode, there is going to be some similarities of Megatron here and Galvatron, but we'll get to that in robot mode. But for the jet mode, like I said, it looks pretty cool looking. Has a lot of nice blue, gray, and black on it, with some orange here on these like engine pieces here. And it does have some translucent green on these guns, the cockpit here, and also these things here on the wings. And you can see it does have the Decepticon symbols on both wings here. And it also has some green paint on these things here on the back, and also some green paint on the front here. And here's the side view here, the back here, and it does have some orange or now they're actually yellow paint. So he does have some yellow paint on these thrusters here, and also here. And here's the other side here. And he does roll really well, because he does have 3 retractable landing gears. 2 on the back here and 1 on the front here that you can flip up. And you can like display him without the landing gears. And one more thing I forgot to show y'all. He does also have some Minicon ports. 2 on the wings here, and 4 on the top here. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And that's about it for the jet mode. Now, before we get into robot mode, he does have some features in him, because he does have a second mode in his jet mode, and they're calling it the hyper mode, because the Energon Decepticons have this thing called hyper mode, whereas the Autobots have this thing called power links, where 2 robots can combine together to make 1 robot. Now, to get them into hyper mode, you're going to take these white wings here and flip them up. And as you flip them up, these blue things here, oh, I just knocked off something. But it pops right back on. But to get them into hyper mode, you're going to take these wings here and flip them up. And as you flip them up, these 2 blue things pop out, and these green things, as you can see, well, I'll just show it to y'all on the bottom. You can see they do extend out a little bit. And we're not done yet, because he does come with this little tank here, which is supposed to homage the Armada Megatron tank. And to get a closer look here, you can see it's just all black with some green on it and a little bit of a translucent green here. Oh, and you can flip up this like targeting sight here. And oh, and you can also fire this blue missile, and to fire it you would push on this little trigger here, and that fires the missile. But to attach this to him in jet mode, on the bottom it does have 4 little holes. These 2 on the back and these 2 on the front with the little screws inside. And these attach to these 4 Minicon ports. Well, these are not the hulls on the front that you attach to. These are the hulls here that you would attach to these 2 front Minicon ports. And if I can just attach this on. Oh, and the tank does have a little Minicon port here. And I think if you would fire the missile, it would make a sound effect. Because as you can see here, there is like a little speaker here. Because this guy does have some lights and sounds, but I think the batteries are like dead. Because I did test this out before I started the review, and there was no lights and sounds. But that's him in his hyper mode here. And I will have to say, out of most of the Energon Decepticons that I have reviewed, this to me is by far the best hyper mode I've seen. And it looks very cool looking. Because all you would do is just extend out some new wings and attach the tank mode on the top. So, I think it's now time to transform him into robot mode. To begin the transformation to robot mode, first I will have to remove this tank and set it off to the side, close up the wings. And now to get started, you're gonna take these wings and untap them and bring them up, and these do tap into these two pegs into these two holes, and you're gonna flip them up. Now you're gonna take the wings here and rotate it all the way around. Now for these things here, you do want to take these things here and flip them down, and these are on a spring, as you can see here. So you just want to bring these down and bring these all the way out, and as you bring these all the way out, his robot mode hands will extend out. You can see right there. Now you're going to take these and slide these down, which will pop out these things here to make his feet. Just like that. Or you can just grab a hold of these and just pull them out, and they will pop out. Now you're going to take his arms, pull them out, and as you pull out one of the arms, the other arm will pull out as well. You can see. Now you're going to take the nose cone of the jet here and flip it all the way back. And take his robot mode head, flip it down, and take these antenna things and flip them up. And you're done. I will have to use something to keep him balanced. And I will have to adjust my tripod for a little bit. There we go. And he looks great in robot mode. And this is where some of the similarities come in robot mode, because some of you may be taking a look at this and saying to yourself, wait a second, that doesn't look like Megatron, that kind of looks like Galvatron. You're correct, because if I zoom in closer, you can see that there is some Galvatron references here because of the head and the chest here. But there is a repaint of this Mega Class and the Ultra Class figure where they painted this guy up to make him look more like Galvatron, because all they did was they just repainted him purple and just made him as Galvatron. And he was named Galvatron in the Energon cartoon because of the new paint job. But this is not Galvatron. This is Megatron.
Hey, I need my record back.
Hold on for just a second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to deal with some stuff for a little bit. But anyway, on to the video here. So, like I said, in robot mode, there is some Galvatron references here, but this is not Galvatron. This is Megatron. But still looks cool. And getting a closer look here. You can see he does have some painted in red eyes here. And he does have some red paint on these things here on his shoulders here, and the little Decepticon symbol here. And he does have some orange paint on these things here, as well as here. And I'm trying to get my tripod all situated. There we go. And he does have some yellow paint on his shoulders here. And he pretty much has the same color scheme like he had in vehicle mode. Oh, and he does have some blue paint on his face and some blue paint on the head crest here. And here's the side view here. Oh, and yeah, here it is. This thing here is where you would attach that little Energon star, like all of the other Energon figures have. but I don't know. Well, I think he does come with an Energon star, or not. Maybe. But if he does come with an Energon star or not, let me know in the comments section below. But here's the other side here. And here's the back here. And all around, he looks like a really cool looking robot mode. And for articulation, his head is on a swivel, but on mine it's really tight. So I'm not gonna move it. But his arms do rotate on a soft ratchet, but you will have to move these wings out of the way. And you can move these guns down. Because yes, these guns on both of his shoulders do move down. So that way you can move his arms all the way around. And his arms do move in and out on a ratchet. Ratcheted elbows. Legs can go forward, back on a soft ratchet. Move in and out on a ratchet. Ratcheted knees. And that's it. And you can still open up the wings to give him his hyper mode in robot mode as well, if you want to. And as for his little tank here, you can attach it to him, but to do that, you would come to the bottom here, open up these black things here, and now you would take the tank here, and this would slide into his elbows here. So you can have it like this if you want to. Or another thing you can do is this piece here that has the pink painted detail here. This is where you would insert it on the back here, in this little hole where this translucent green part is. So you would slide it, oh, and I just shot the missile. So you would slide it in to here until you hear a click. Now you're gonna push and hold on this button so that way you can now detach it. And as you detach it, while you're pushing and holding on this blue button, a sword will come out. And this is supposed to have some more lights and sounds. And to activate them, you would just tap on this sword here this way until you hear a click. And that's supposed to activate some more sound effects, but I don't have any batteries in it. Or I think the batteries are dead. I don't know. But you will still attach it to his elbow here. And there you go. Now he has his sword in his hand. And now I'm going to get the missile. And that's about it for Energon Megatron. And I'm just going to go ahead and put his wings back into place. So, final thoughts. I think I really like how this guy looks in both modes. And also, like you heard from his hyper mode, I think he has like the best hyper mode out of most of the Energon Decepticons. But he has like the best one. And the robot mode also looks great, but I believe some of y'all may be asking to yourself that there is some Galvatron references, because you can tell by the head and the chest here, where it kind of does look like Galvatron. But like I said, that this is not Galvatron. This is Megatron. So overall, a really cool looking figure in both modes. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Transformers Energon Mega Class Galvatron. Megatron. This is Megatron, not Galvatron. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.